Custom versus stock plans. We get that question a lot here. I'm Dan Smith. I work in the Murfreesboro office for Honest Abe Log Homes. Wanted to talk to you a little bit today about our standard catalog plans versus custom plans. We've had a lot of customers, they'll come in and ask which is better. I always try to lean them toward custom plans. I tell customers that it's going to be rare that you find one of our stock plans that's just perfect. You may find different pieces and parts of the different plans that you really like, that you want to incorporate into your home. So there may be the porch of one plan that you really like, that you could see yourself using. There may be a kitchen of another plan. So, they may not have both in the same plan, but we have our own drafting and design department. We can take the different options of different floor plans and put that into a custom plan that would suit you. When customers ask how should they start, I say a good place to start is to make a list, make what's most important to you. Everyone has a different opinion of what makes the perfect plan. For example, my mom, the one thing that she would always want is a window over the kitchen sink. That's the most important for her. So I would start with that. Someone else, that maybe porches, where do you spend your time? Ask customers, where do you drink your coffee in the morning? Design the kitchen around that, or a porch around that. If you have a good view, if you wanted to be outside, incorporate that. Where do you watch TV? Where do you entertain? Again, where are the views from your property? You could rotate or mirror a plan. Design the plan around how you're going to use it. When you're designing your plan, again, to go back to the list, I would start with what's most important and just keep going. It doesn't matter if you've got 50 things on the list. Go from most important to least important. And you may be able to incorporate all of them. And, due to the size of the home, due to budget, due to some other reasons, you may not be able to put everything into it. But at least this way you have a list of what's most important for you and how you're going to use the home. And here at Honest Abe, we have a floor plan catalog. This is our standard plans. Tell people that this is just a starting place. Look through the catalog. You may find something in there that you didn't think about, or that may give a good exterior look to a plan. You may find a gable with a lot of glass, or the way a porch looks. But again, I tell people that our catalog is a good place to start, but it doesn't have to be that exact. You don't have to just pick one from the catalog with no changes. I've been here almost 23 years, and in that 23 years, I've only done one just like it was out of the catalog. So we really try to encourage customers to, to start with a floor plan and then customize it, make it your own. Some of the plans in the catalog, for example, the Madison here, you'll notice that there are stairs, and you think, well, I don't see a second floor. Where are the stairs going? This is an option. So if you were to build this plan over a basement, your basement stairs would be here. There's several plans in the catalog that show stairs that you may wonder, again, where are they going? Well, that would be for a basement. So it's like the Madison, the Creekside. There's several different ones. But if you were not building over a basement, then obviously you don't need the basement stairs. So you can take this out. This space, you can make the bathroom bigger. You can make a pantry. You could do a closet. There are different ways to kind of absorb that space and use that into the plan. So talking about the stairs, like the Eagle Dale, has a loft. So here you would have the two stairs. So the Eagle Dale does have a second floor. You have the loft above. So if you'll notice the stairs here, you have the stairs going up to the loft. And then if you were to build this over a basement, you would go the opposite direction for the stairs going to the basement. But again, if you weren't going to build this over a basement, then you could use that for a closet. That may be a good place for a water heater, your mechanical. There's other ways to use that space. A question that we get with the stock plans is, you'll notice that there's a lot of plans in here that don't have a garage. We can add a garage to that. That's no big deal. If you'll notice the Westfield, it has a good laundry attached to the garage. You could take this laundry space, you can make that into a utility room, put the washer dryer, maybe a half bath there, go into a garage. But just because the stock plan doesn't show a garage doesn't mean that one couldn't be added. There's standard plans in the catalog that would have a wraparound porch. Some would only have a front porch, back porch. There's different options for that. So your needs may be different than what's shown in the catalog. If you wanted a porch on 3 sides, we can do that. So just let us know. Maybe the views on your property. Think about how the porches would take in those views and how you would use them. And then we could design the porches for your plan according to your needs. Our floor plan catalog, there's a link on our website that has all of our standard plans. There's also a custom link that shows past customers, some of their plans and what they've done. That's a good place to look as well. So anyway, all that's on our website. In closing, if there's anything we can help you with, if you have any questions on the design process, let us know. Our contact information is linked below. But again, if there's anything we can help you with, just let us know and we'll be happy to do so.